It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA at Heinz Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set 30 base. Here we go. Hey, Delta. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 50, any weapons.
Tannehill. Open man is Westbrook, complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Set up, 60 Pittsburgh. Check me out. Check, cross, pilot, 64, weak. Ready.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last. Last one, that hurts. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
20, alert. 25, check 25.
First carry for James Conner. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Right, let's go. Hey,
From the 27, Roethlisberger finds his running back, James Conner. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Check. Check out route.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
I got you.
X3, 218, chopper.
Tight dog.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15.
Man, I got you. Check.
Roethlisberger will hand to Conner and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
At their 48-yard line.
White 80.
115. Defense wins championships, baby.
Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Ready?
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You got tight right there.
On first and 10 is Conner, and he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down now. It's Conner, and he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Brings up third.
Here we go. Black 30.
15. Rip left.
Jack 16.
Check.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Ben leaves to Conner on the draw. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On second down, here's Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on them.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Roethlisberger will throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On third down, Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
61, matchbox lights.
Watch the eye. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
Set! Lock 80!
I got 15. You got
Alert, alert! Lock it!
On second down, Connor looking for space. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Watch 15. Watch 15. I know he ain't got it. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that.
And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 75 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead grows to 10-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
55, 55.
Here's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Go now. 70, Indy.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Four there. Alert.
Hey, check right. Watch it, you five.
All right, T, let's
Yo, go. Hit it.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
180.
Team the mic. I got 15. We got
Jack 16.
Watch 15.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Right back to Cotter here on first. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, 61 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Tannehill now to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Tannehill looking for his tight end Eifert, and it's intercepted. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. DJ Chark the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
Check 55 to Mike. Tackles, tackles.
5.
Here's Tannehill. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Oh, this is caught inside the 15. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check 6 guys.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll give Henry another shot. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Here's Henry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Shift! Watch the shift! Black, what's that?
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Easy.
Shift. Check 9.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Check 3. Shift. Watch the twist.
The drive will start with Connor. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
15,
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Check 13. Check.
No foul.
Check.
Take both of them.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's get it.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
On first down, Connor. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's third down now.
Brings up third down and 7.
The Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. He's crashing.
Snickers. Snickers.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards to Thompson on the screen. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron, and he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor, and he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Again, a run with Connor. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And Jeffrey's got it. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Eight! Go!
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Alshon Jeffrey, 66 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up.
Protein spill.
Connor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Now Connor. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Again, it's Connor. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.